A fantastic problem is given here. An elevator is moving up at a constant acceleration of 1 meter per second square. At some instant, when the speed of the elevator is 10 meter per second, a man standing inside the elevator drops a coin from a height of 2 meters. Find the time after which the coin will touch the floor of the elevator. So in this question, it is given at the instant when the man drops the coin, this height is 2 meters. Okay. Now, how to solve this problem? Look, the benefit of using relative motion, okay? This is 2 meter gap. Okay. So how to solve it? Look, an elevator is moving up at a constant acceleration of 1 meter per second square. This is the direction given. At some instant, when the speed of the elevator is 10 meter per second, this is with respect to the ground. So velocity of the elevator with respect to the ground, elevator is moving up, so it is 10 j cap meter per second. Okay. A man standing inside the elevator drops a coin. So moment the man drops the coin also has the same velocity as the elevator. So velocity of the coin, okay, with respect to the ground is also 10 j cap meter per second. So what is the initial velocity of the elevator or initial velocity of the coin with respect to the elevator? So velocity of the elevator coin with respect to the elevator is what? Velocity of the coin with respect to the ground minus velocity of the elevator with respect to the ground. So what is that velocity of the coin with respect to the ground? 10 j cap minus this is 10 j cap, that is initial velocity of the coin with respect to the elevator is 0. Now what is the acceleration of the coin with respect to the elevator? That is acceleration of the coin with respect to ground, acceleration of the elevator with respect to the ground. What is the acceleration of the coin with respect to the ground? Now look, coin is under free fall. It is moving down. So it is under the control of gravity, and what we know, that is nothing but minus g j cap. Correct? In free fall, what we know, g always acts downward and it is always negative. But what is the acceleration of the elevator? It is moving up. So we have to write it a j cap. Now, if I simplify the result, this would be equal to g plus a j cap meter per second square. And what is that? Suppose I am taking this as 9.8. Okay, 10, let me take it 10 plus 1 j cap meter per second square. So it is minus 11 meter per second square. Now look at this, what I'm doing, I'm applying this formula, S equal to ut plus half at square. Now S means what? This 2 meter. Okay, so it is falling. Look, if I consider this as the level of throw, so it is falling down. This will be equal to minus 2. U means in this case what? U of the coin with respect to the elevator plus half. What is A? A is the acceleration of the coin with respect to the elevator and this. So this is minus 2. This is 0. This is half. This is minus 11 t square. So if I calculate this t square equal to root over of 4 by 11. Sorry, t is equal to root over of 4 by 11. And let me calculate the value. It is at around 0.60. 0.60. Second. Let's solve more problems related to this. Let's handle another interesting problem related to relative motion, correct? Okay, students, look, a fantastic problem is given. A balloon is rising vertically up with uniform acceleration of 15.7 meter per second square. A stone is dropped from it. After 4 seconds, another stone is dropped from it. Find the distance between these two stones 6 seconds after the second stone is dropped. So let me solve this question with the help of rotating motion. Okay. So let's assume everything from the viewpoint of the balloon, correct? So this is the balloon. So acceleration of the balloon is given. Acceleration of the balloon with respect to ground, and it is given 15.7 meter per second square, correct? Now assume the moment the first stone is dropped. Okay. So when the stone, when the first stone is dropped. So at that particular point of time, velocity of the balloon and the velocity of the stone are exactly same. Correct? Because say for example, at that particular point of time, when the first stone is dropped, the balloon is having velocity, say for example, u. Okay. So because of inertia, this stone which was dropped from the balloon at that particular point of time also has the same velocity u in upward direction. So initial velocity of the first stone, stone 1, with respect to the balloon is equal to initial velocity of the balloon, stone with respect to ground, okay, and stone with respect to ground minus velocity of the balloon with respect to ground, and both are equal, so it is 0. Now we need to find the distance between the two stones 6 seconds after the second stone is dropped. That means we need to find out first what is the distance traveled by the second stone with first stone with respect to the balloon, because in this case we are finding everything with respect to the balloon, so keeping the balloon is at rest. So what is the acceleration of the stone with respect to the balloon? That means acceleration of the stone with respect to ground minus acceleration of the balloon with respect to ground. Now stone is under free fall, so its acceleration is minus g j cap. What is the acceleration of the balloon with respect to ground? It is moving up, so it is 15.7 j cap upward. So what is the net result? Look at this. This is minus g, this is minus g j cap. It is in which direction? Downward. And this is, so this will be nothing but g, correct? So g is 10 and this 15.7. If I calculate g as 9.8, so take g as 9.8, so 9.8 plus 15.7 j cap, and that is equal to 7 plus 8. I think 25.5 j cap. Correct. Clear? Meter per second. Now, what is the distance traveled by the first stone during this 10 seconds? That means first, it is the find the distance between the two stones 6 seconds after the second stone is dropped. That means during that period of time, the distance traveled by the first stone is the 10, means the distance traveled in 10 seconds. So distance traveled by the first stone is equal to u s1b plus half a t square into t square. So it is s, this is 0 plus half. What is this? minus 25.5, and this is what? 10 seconds. So if I do the calculation, this is 25.5 and is minus 25.5 into 100, there is 25, okay, 50, clear, by 2, okay, this much meter. What is the implication of the negative sign? Downward. So this is the distance traveled by the first stone. And if I apply the same result for the second stone, so what we have to do? S2 is equal to U S2B T plus half S2B T square. Now S2 is equal to this is 0 again, same thing will come, and this is what? Half. This is what? This will be 25.5. And but now T square is what? It is 6. That is 6 square. So what is that? Minus 25.5. 6 square is 36. 18. So 25.5 into 18 is what? 25.5 into 18 is 459. Minus 459 meter. And this is equal to 2550 divided by 2, that is 1275 meter. Negative sign means it is direction is downward. So what is the separation? Delta S is equal to S1 minus of S2. What is that? S1 minus of S2 is 1275 minus 459. So what is that? 1275 minus 459. It is coming 816 meter. Is the answer. Okay. So this is the method. This is the only trick we are using here, correct? You can solve many of difficult problems like this. So let me show you another problem now along the motion along x-axis. Okay. Okay, this is the last problem which I'm going to show you is this. Look at this problem. A car A running in this direction with a speed of 70 km per hour. This is another car moving along this direction with a speed of 54 km per hour. Retardation means retardation of both the car is given. Actually, what is happening here? At the moment the separation between the car is 80 meter, both the cars, driver of the car applied brake and they produce equal retardation of 5 meter per second square. Clear? That means two cars are approaching toward each other, one with a speed running with a speed of 72 km per hour, another 54 km per hour. When the intermediate separation is 80 meter, both of them applied brake and retardation produced in both of them are equal. So the question is whether they can avoid the collision or not. Okay. So let me do one thing first. Acceleration of A, so velocity of A with respect to ground is 72 km per hour. So let's do the calculation for 72, that is 72 into 5 by 18, that is 18 by 4, 20, moving along this direction, positive x-axis, to 20 I cap meter per second. What is the velocity of B with respect to ground? What is that? 54 km per hour. So if I do the calculation, 54 into 5 by 18, that is 3, 5 is 25, 15, but it is opposite direction minus I cap meter per second. Now, what is it? Now make any one of them as observer, correct? So let me make B as the observer. So what is the velocity of A with respect to B? That is velocity of A with respect to ground minus velocity of B with respect to ground. And what is this velocity? Look, it is retarding. That means this is the initial velocity. So let me write this velocity as best UAG. So velocity of A with respect to ground is 20 I cap minus 15 I cap. That is 35 I cap meter per second. Now, what is the retardation of one with respect to other? Acceleration of A with respect to velocity of A with respect to B. Acceleration of A with respect to B. Let me write it retardation, okay? Acceleration of A with respect to B, since it is retardation, I mean minus sign. What is that? Look, it is moving in forward direction, that is same result. This with respect to ground, okay? Or you can do one thing, just make the calculation and put negative sign at last, correct? Or in this way, minus of acceleration of B with respect to ground, correct? So what is that? Now calculate this. This is minus 5, is 5. So 5 I cap minus this inverse direction opposite minus 5 I cap. That is 10 I cap. So we can write acceleration of A with respect to B is minus 10 I cap meter per second square. Now A is equal to apply UAB into T plus half AT square, or better, instead of doing that, look, ultimately they need to stop. So velocity of A, final velocity of A with respect to B must be 0 because A need to stop, correct? So let me apply this. VAB, V square equal to U square plus 2AAB into S. Okay, what is this 0? What is this? It is equal to 35. So 35 square plus 2. What is this? Minus 10. What is the intermediate separation? It is 80. So, sorry. Intermediate separation, we need to find out. What is intermediate separation? Yes. So let me do the calculation. A is equal to 35 into 35 by 2 into 10. 35 into 35 by 2. What is that? 35 divided by 2. So this is coming around 61.25 meter. Look, that means it is less than the initial distance. Since this distance is less than the initial distance, they will not collide, correct? So since the stopping distance 61.25 less than initial separation, hence not collide. Hence, no collision will occur. So this is the technique in which we need to solve the relative motion in 1D. Okay, thanks for watching the video.